you guys asked like a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Feels like a month.
It feels like a month. Also, if you see anything that you like that we're wearing, come get at us at WeArePRClothing.com. Alexis asked, how do you guys handle the stress of business while still having what looks like an awesome relationship? This is a real question. My boyfriend and I are long distance, but if we eventually close the distance, I'd like to be able to overcome the crazy obstacles. Before Laura and I got married, we didn't live together up until we were married, when we moved in together after we got married. And the business really wasn't a thing before we got married. I mean, it was, but it's not like what it is now.
Right, I think it was...
We had one release.
Yeah.
I think you were with me when we did the second one with the sweaters, the long sleeves.
Yeah, because you got that huge first order of shirts and you printed everything yourself. You did the designs yourself. I mean, we tossed around some like phrase ideas. We were working on the name and everything, like you, me, and Casey.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there. I was there after you got things printed because I took pictures.
Yeah.
But that was...
But the business wasn't, I guess the big aspect was the business wasn't taking off when we were living long distance. So that really didn't come into, it didn't really come into play for us. The biggest thing that came into play for us was just trying to keep a relationship like long distance, because you were still at school, which is about an hour away from where I was living. And then once she graduated, she went back to live with her parents, which was like two and a half hours away. So like we tried, I mean, we planned the wedding long distance. I mean, we did all that. And the biggest piece of advice I can give for you two is just communicate. I mean,
yes.
even now that we've got this whole monster going on, like communication is still the backbone of kind of what holds us together, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard because you feel like you're constantly communicating if you're long distance, because you're always texting and you're calling each other, you're FaceTiming, Skyping, whatever. So you feel like there's constant communication, but if you're not actually talking about things that... Like
the things you don't want to talk about.
Right, the things that are bothering you, or the fact that he irritated you when he said this, or that kind of stuff, like that stuff that's gonna carry over when you're living in the same house.
Absolutely. I don't believe there's such thing as over communicating. So communication. And I know a lot, like that's like the cliche answer, but like it's true. It's for us at least.
But yeah, and I mean, it's something that you need to establish early on.
I hope that helps. Also, we're not relationship experts. I'm sorry that our relationship looks perfect, but I promise that it's not.
Nope.
Two-part question from Morgan, who says, what was your inspiration for naming the company WeArePR, and where do you see the company going within the next 5 years? Oh, wait. Oh, and there's a part 3. We'll start at the beginning because I know we get distracted easily. What was your inspiration for naming the company WeArePR? Actually, Laura's the one who threw out pursuing resiliency. And I really like that. I actually said I didn't like it because I was trying to think of, because in the beginning we were going to name it like Dreams to Reality.
Yeah,
you remember that?
You had like...
I had so many banger ideas.
Like 7 different things.
And none of them were really good.
Well, but I was like trying to tweak them. I was trying to make them more like roll off your tongue, like that kind of stuff, because some of them just felt kind of clunky.
The other thing that really came down to us naming WeArePR is the fact that I wanted a shorter name so we could get the website, because We Are Pursuing Resiliency is like an 18-letter thing you would have to type into Google to go to the website, and I wanted something much shorter.
Yeah.
So that, I mean...
Kind of a dynamic name that you can have full length or short.
But it's really whatever you guys want, because you guys kind of dictate the routes of what we release. We try to be like the artists in it and try to put ideas in front of you and put unique things in front of you can't get anywhere else. Like that's our mission, is to put unique things in front of you can't get anywhere else. But from there, it's kind of directed by how you guys wish to take it. Because if we pick up a whole bunch of female followers and that starts taking us towards a more split of male and female line, then that's how we'll go. But I don't have a perfect answer for that one.
I think as long as we're growing. I mean, that's kind of what we're basing it on right now, is just continuous growth, and where we end up, we end up. So whether it's just slow, gradual, but consistent, we're happy. If it's you know, one click person and we're off, like, even better. But I mean, as long as we're growing, we're good.
Yep. And we keep everything intact that we've laid down as groundwork.
Right. Yep. And I don't think, I think part of the growth also is just staying true to what we've established we want it to be and not necessarily changing into something else.
Here's the most important part of this question. You ready? If you had to choose between pizza and ice cream, which would you choose? One or the other? Go. Mine's ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, you never make decisions that quick.
Gosh, my heart hurts.
Don't worry, I'll handle this last one. Third question I've been getting about from every single person in the world is, when are you coming out with hats? When are you coming out with beanies? When are you coming out with XYZ thing to cover my noggin? Okay, long story short, I hired what turned out to be a fake company that everything kind of fell through. We don't have hats. We don't have a third of our capital that I invested in that company, and there's nothing legally I can do to get it back, kind of thing. So we are moving forward from that, and as of right now, we do not have hats on the way. We do not have beanies on the way. So I apologize. That was a huge mistake on my end for hiring something like that. But dwelling on it is one thing. And I think we're kind of past that stage. The only thing we do now is kind of rebound from it and move on.
Yep.
I'm kind of sad that no one asked me like any hair pointers of how to get a beautiful mohawk, mullet, rat tail, freedom hawk thing. Other than that, that's about all I got. If you think we should do this more often, let us know. And we'll listen, because that's what we do. We listen very well. Nice helmet.
Thanks.
All right, we out of here. Deuces, thank you, bye, I love you, deuces. What's up?
We conclude our evening edition of the Nightly News.